I think Timothée Chalamet should have won the Oscar. Hear me out on this, because I know that that's a hot take. But I think the main reason why that's a hot take is because of his recent comments about ballet and about opera and all that. I know there's a lot of other things that go into who gets an Oscar, but I'd like to think that the way I would try to make the decision is obviously based on performance. That's the conversation that I'm trying to have here. I do want to say I haven't seen Blue Moon. I've seen all the other performances, but I didn't see Ethan Hawke's. So trying to remove anything that's outside of the movies and the performances themselves, looking at just one performance versus the other, talking about Timothée Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan being the two frontrunners. Essentially, my whole stance is that I think Michael B. Jordan's performance was more showy in a way. And I know that word can mean a lot of different things, but there's a lot of work that goes into just the technicality of the role that Michael played in Sinners. You know, a lot of physical work, a lot of rigs, and he had to develop two different characters, and it's like, when I was watching Sinners, I didn't really find myself impressed by Michael B. Jordan's performance from an acting standpoint. But when I was watching Marty Supreme, I really just think that from an acting standpoint, Timothée Chalamet's performance was more impressive. You see Marty on the screen and you fully understand him. He's a character that has a very distinct energy and a very distinct level of confidence. And you see that guy on the screen at all times. I think he just dominates the screen with his performance. A lot of those things can be said about Michael B. Jordan's performance too, but I just felt it so much more from Timothée. I truly feel that, just like personally, the acting that I was more impressed by came from Timothée Chalamet. And yes, you know, Michael B. Jordan did a great job playing these two roles. You see his characters on the screen. You see Smoke and you see Stack, and they're very distinct, and he plays them both really well, and they aid the story, and they're fun to watch. But they didn't impress me as much. I'm not gonna lie, I could be biased because Timothée is my favorite actor, and I was fairly certain he was gonna get it, and I was super excited to see that. But, you know, went to Michael B. Jordan. And I don't hate that, but I just personally feel that Timothée should have won.